Do you want to get into it now, all three of your fights with Chuck?
Yeah, the first fight, once again, as I said, I got pushed into something that I didn't want to do. UFC and Dana were against me, saying I was afraid of fighting Chuck, that I was afraid because he got better sparring of me. I mean, just the things they would say, I would just shake my head, just going, "Are you guys serious?" It's a business. Yes, fighting's fun. They always say, don't ever talk about money. Everybody makes money. Everybody makes a living. My living is fighting. Why am I not going to try to make the most revenue I possibly can by competing against another man that should be making the same amount as me? In that fight, the first fight I fought against Chuck Liddell, I made $150,000. They made $37 million, and that's just a rough draft. I'm not 100% sure on that, but what am I doing wrong that boxers are doing? The second fight, I went on a five-fight win streak, our 4-fight win streak, and I fought Chuck for the title. The money was totally different. I got a big up front, and I got a little small chunk of the pay-per-view, but still, that was only like maybe 3% of what they totally would got. And at that time, I didn't even care. I was like, I want to fight. The first fight, when it happened, I came out, balls to the wall. I just didn't have much technique. I was still learning at the time. He caught me with, it was boom, right hand, caught me with the left hook. That left hook hit me in the eye and split my cornea. And people will watch this slow-mo too, because when he throws the hook with an open hand. And you watch me stop and circle and wipe my eye off, and I step back. When I go to wipe my eye off and step back, he notices that, and he comes in with a barrage, I think like 16 to 20 punch combination, and I blocked like the first 16 of them, and he ended up dropping with the last 3 of them. He won that fight fair and square by poking him in the eye and getting the punches after. That was behind me. I'm okay with that. After that, I ended up fighting him for the second time after winning 4 fights in a row, and I was ready for it. Once again, I did all the UFC's PR stuff. They took me on a dry run, which is I went to the Latin Grammys, and I was supposed to announce a winner or be a presenter of one of the awards, and I go there and they don't use me for anything. I go there to dry run, and this is 2 weeks before my fight against Chuck Liddell. I did it to do promotion, yes, but I thought it'd be on a bigger promotion scale, which it wasn't. On the way back, I ended up getting sick. I lost some weight. I still took the fight. I didn't pull out. I fought. I get the best fight possible. In our fighting, it says you need to defend yourself at all means necessary. You need to defend yourself. Defend yourself is holding your hands up and blocking the punches that come off you. Hit me some good shots in the first round. Second round, we traded back and forth. The third round, he hit me with a pretty clean shot, dropped me, put me in the corner, and I was still defending myself. I was still holding my hands up. I was intelligently defending myself. And after like the 4th punch off my forearms, they ended up stopping the fight. I thought it was premature stopped. Liddell stayed the champion, and that fight was over. And then we come up to fight number 3, where we did the Ultimate Fighter season 11. I was training with the guys. We were getting ready. I was helping them with their fights, or getting ready for their fights. We were sparring. One of the sparring sessions, I came home, went to go take a nap for the next sparring session, and I got up and I could barely walk. I couldn't even get out of the couch. Come to realize I have C6, C7 in my neck, the disc ruptured, and I had a chance of going paralyzed. So I went to the doctor, went to Dana White's doctor, then I'm going to my doctor, did my surgery before, and he said, yeah, you got a ruptured disc in your neck, and I'd have to get surgery. I got C6, C7 fused in my neck, but they never showed that in the Ultimate Fighter. They said that I was afraid and I never wanted to fight him. So once again, that was propaganda against me. That was just a bad way to paint a picture that wasn't true.
And your third fight, obviously, you got the knockout in the first round pretty easily.
Well, the third fight, it was just, I was retired. I fought Chael Sonnen. I stopped Chael Sonnen in 2.5 minutes. I was tired. I started my new business, Primetime 360, which is a management company. Of course, I have my clothing company, Punishment Athletics. I started a new business, Tito Ortiz Group, which is wholesale car business here in Southern California. I was doing well. I was doing movies. I was really working hard. And then Liddell had the tenacity to call me out, saying he wanted to fight me. And I said it wasn't a good idea, but he said it was a good idea, that he wanted to do it. So I reached out to Dana. Dana says, I want nothing to do with it. You guys go ahead and make your money elsewhere. I want nothing to do with it. I was on Mike Tyson's Bite the Mic, and then I ended up talking on there and saying, one of Oscar De La Hoya would be interested about doing Tito Ortiz, Chuck Liddell 3, and all the guys at Golden Boy were just like jumping up like, really, really, really? I did the interview and it was over, and they're like, are you serious about this? You think you really can make this happen? I go, yeah, let me check with Chuck. So I text Chuck, got his number, I texted him. He's like, who's this? I told him about it. I said, what do you think about fighting for Golden Boy? We'll get 60% of the revenue. Pay-per-view, sponsorships, the gate, merchandise. We get 60% to split between both of us. And he was like, wow, we can make some really good money. I said, yeah, we can. So ended up getting it done. I went to a meeting with Oscar one week. A week after that, Chuck went in a meeting with him. And the fight got signed. We're at the Canelo Trilogy fight, announcing the fight. Everything was great. The day before that, they had the UFC Hall of Fame. They had Chuck Liddell there. I was there. We went to the red carpet, and there's, of course, like 50 cameras there. And one of the guys from UFC looked at me and goes, Tito, do you want to face off against Chuck right now? There's a bunch of cameras here, but they could be good for you guys to fight. I said, 100%. Stood face to face, the cameras go up, click, 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 click. And the last thing I said is I turned around, I said, don't train too hard so you can make it to the fight. And the fight was sold. That night, I was at XS, that's in Las Vegas, the nightclub, and I was sitting at the table. I see Dana sitting at his table, so I walked over to go talk to him. I told him, thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to promote this fight. He goes, I hope you guys make a shitload of money. Good luck to you guys. I go, I'm knocking him out. And he didn't want to hear it. 5 minutes later, he was leaving. The fight gets promoted. We get ready for the fight. Everything's perfect. And I was super nervous. Of course, losing the last 2 fights didn't help. The way they sold it, everything he was saying, how he was going to knock me out. All of his fans ganging up on me, saying how he was going to knock me out. I'm going to be 3-0 against Chuck, or excuse me, 0-3 against Chuck. And I didn't believe that. I did all the sparring. I got younger guys in that I sparred with. I got many guys with my wrestling. Scott Carr, Rafael Davis for my wrestling. Casey, another kid for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. My main sparring partners were Moses and Herdine, of course, Jason Perillo, my boxing coach. But I put in a camp like I've never had before. I put in 18 weeks of hell. I did everything I needed to do to win the fight. Chuck Liddell came in, looked like he was in great shape. He looked shredded, abdominals showing like I've never seen before, and he looked focused. He looked like he really wanted to fight. I know I wanted to fight. The fight started, and it seemed like the whole world was in slow-mo because I was working with such fast guys. I think all the younger guys are so damn fast that when Chuck threw one punch at me, all I did was like slip once. I was like, oh, slip again. I was like, okay, this guy's being super slow. And I remember looking at him, and I hit him with a couple jabs, and I smiled at him. You are slow. I'm knocking your ass out. And I think the next flurry was him throwing, me throwing a jab, him throwing a straight right, me slipping one. And I threw a jab to a right hand, and he just fell. And then I hit him with the left, hit him with another left, just to make sure he was down. And I won the fight. And it was nice to see that all that hard work paid off, man. I was in glory, man. It was just one of those things. I worked so hard, 18 weeks, 3 times a day, 6 days a week. I put in my life for this. This was my life, and I had to make sure I prevailed. I didn't want Chuck Liddell beat me again. And the fight was over, and I was thankful to all my fans, all my family, all my friends who helped me to get to that point, all my sponsors. It was nice, and it's still nice. I mean, we're only a week and a half after, and it's still a great feeling to sit there and go, I worked for it. I made it happen. After having 8 surgeries, I was able to show that you can do anything. Just set your mind to it.
And the shoveling after, I guess, that's just representative of the end of his career. You buried.
Well, I mean, the grave digger, that's my thing. Everybody knows I do that. I do that all my fights. Athletic Commission tried to stop me. They weren't going to stop me. I dug the grave. I dragged his body into it, and I buried him, covered him, and they couldn't stop me. They had 2 200-pound Mexican guys, Athletic Commission guys, trying to get a hold of me, and they couldn't grab a hold of me. I was on fire, man. It was just one of those things, and the fight was over, and I enjoyed the night. The next day, I kind of just shaking my head because I come to realize how many Chuck Liddell fans there truly is. giving him every excuse in the world, saying how slow he was, and I beat up a 50-year-old man. But the last time I noticed, Chuck Liddell called me out, said he's going to knock me out. All of his fans said he's going to knock me out. And the Dana White says, I would have never let that fight happen. I don't know why they let him happen, but he's willing to promote it at the UFC Hall of Fame. Willing to say, you guys deserve it. I hope you guys make a shit ton of money. But then contradicts himself later on after the fight's over, after I smashed and made him look stupid, saying, I can't believe they did that. It's just disgusting, this and that. I would have never done that to my friend, and da-da-da-da. But you're willing to put us face to face at the Hall of Fame UFC to promote our fight. If it was the other way, and let's put the foot in the other shoe, or shoe on the other foot, if I would have lost to him, everybody's saying, oh, Chuck Liddell's back, and da-da-da-da. Now he's going to fight Johnny Bones Jones. And I shut up a lot of people. And like I said, I couldn't realize that how many fans he does have, and I apologize to all your Chuck Liddell fans. I beat up another one of your heroes who called me out. I was living a happy life. But
there is only a 6-year age difference too. People seem to act like he's much older than you.
Yeah, people think that age difference is a lot different. You know, I think it's only 5 years because I'll be 44 and he'll be 48. So actually, it's 4 years. Ain't that much of an age difference. It's how you take care of your body. I take care of my body. I'm thankful for having my kids. My kids keep me right. You know, they keep me focused. But I think life in general, if you want to be successful, you got to achieve your dreams. You got to keep achieving those dreams. And I'm not a person to go out and party all the time. I really treat my life like a business. So my kids understand that because I am a father. I want to make the right things, and what's more important to me in my life, my kids' future or mine, and it's my kids' future, so that's what I work towards.